Hey Bastille, in this video I'll be talking about railings. Actually this video came up because of a question about like the handrail and how can we make just a handrail, just like this little part. What I did in here is actually um, just to draw this railing and make little graphics to with the colors, I mean, to talk about the parts of each one. At the beginning, like I don't know how many minutes this video is going to be because I'm going to talk like as much as I could about the details of railings and the details of this command. It's a good one, quite cool one. In this architecture tab, we could find the railings. We do have two things, either to sketch a path or to place it on a stair or a ramp, which I will be talking about it in a while. To sketch path is simply just to click and to draw any shape. This shape should be a closed loop, and then to say okay. Okay. There shouldn't be spacing between two segments. Like if I draw this one and then draw another one, Revit will unaccept it. So uh, let's just talk about the details or the part of this railing. At the beginning, if I just open a new project, let's say, and then I just placed any new railing, that's how it's gonna look like. That's how we do have some default types in here. We do have this glass one, okay, and we do have another one which is like pipes, and then we do have another one which is rectangular, and then the last one which is the one I believe we are using now. So um, as you see, we do have different shapes. We do have, even with this one, the handrail, I believe like it was this one. Yeah, there is another part, little part, which is the handrail just appeared. So in this video, I'll be talking about this kind of things. The first thing is the properties panel. Once I just click on railing, we do have, of course, the level of this one, and then the base offset, and then offset from path. Let's just go to level 1, okay, and then at the beginning just to draw a detail line in here. This is the detail line. I'm drawing a detail line in order to be able to, let's draw it as Li for now, maybe, to be able to see it in 3D. Okay, this is it. Why I draw it? Because I will be explaining or talking about the the offset from path. So I will be exactly drawing on this line. Uh, Base offset is level 1 for sure, and that's how it's gonna look like. If I change it, of course, it will go to level 2. Let's just put it back. Instead of this, we do have the base offset if I want it to be like level 1 and then just move it only 2 feet, for example, or something for some reason. And we do have offset from path. If I just click on it, as you see, this is the line we have, and then like put 1 feet for it, for example, it will just move from the the place I just draw it on it. That will be helpful when we have a stair, like let's say we do have stairs, okay, and then we do have this stairs like this, okay, and then in here I will just for example want this raining to be exactly on the supports on the left, on the or right, so I can just like minus 2 feet or something, or just minus 1 feet. So this was like simply about the properties panel, okay. um about this length is just Revit directly will give me a report parameter, which is just a built-in parameter that will just tell me the length of this ring. Okay, uh, once I click on edit type, will start to be a complicated process, but it's good to understand the parts of this railing at the beginning. We do have in this red the top rail in this red color. We do have the balusters in this white color, these vertical elements. We do have why I'm of course baluster is as Revit is just naming these things. We do have something called posts, which is the beginning and the end of these balusters. Revit just refer to them as posts. And we do have the rails, which is the yellow color as horizontal elements. We do have the supports as these little elements that's supporting the handrail, which is in this pink colors. So let me just go back again to this example and then delete everything in here. Just leave or just to draw a little railing. Of course, we can draw on 3D. Doesn't matter for now. So okay, no worries. So once I click on this one, just to analyze this one, this railing just has a top rail and some balusters. Okay, so if I open this one, I will directly see two things in here. The first one is the rail as horizontal element. Since we don't have any horizontal element in here or any horizontal pipe or something, we don't have anything. Going to the to balusters, we do have two sections. The first one, which is this one, let's say, is related to the elements inside the rail. Okay, so the first one and the last one is start and end. And if we do have like, let's say, a corner, little corner, like let me just draw something in here like this. We do have now post at the beginning, post in the center or in the corner, and then the last one, which is the end. So once I click, go to baluster placement, this one is the inner one. In this section, we will see the start post, corner, and end. This part related when having a railing on a stair. Okay, we will talk about it in a minute. But like important thing is to understand that this is the place where I can change these balusters. We do have some information about the base and the top of it, where I want this space to be. If now in this host, my host is level 1, so this post or this balusters going to start from the level 1. If I just added like a rail, okay, let's just add insert a rail, and then the height of this rail is to be like 1, and then the profile of it to be like circular, okay, and then apply it, and okay, and apply it again. Now we do have this horizontal rail. Now I want my balusters to start from this point. What I'm gonna do is just go back into this baluster placement, and then instead of base in host, I will just name it as rail 1, and then okay, apply, and then go, okay, apply. What I will notice here is these posts start and corner and end did not change. Why? Because as we just mentioned, these are, or this could be changed from this part, from the start and this one. So if I just like say I want this only the corner want to start from the rail, this also will be changed. So we do have we can actually add as much as we could, or as much as we want from rails, and we can of course change the baluster type or add a new family if we want, and create a new family for this. Base offset is just to offset the base of it. If like for example now the starting point or the base point is rail 1 and I wanted to offset even more, like 0.6 for example, and then apply it, and then okay, and then apply, so I can see it's even just went up. So top is the same, the same situation. Distance from the previous is actually these spaces between these elements. So if I just now click on set, and then just let me just see a dimension, little dimension in here, this panel, okay, and then the L, and then the I for dimension from here to here. So this is 314. If I click it again and I say it like I want it to be 1, let's say 1. Okay, delete dimension, apply, okay, apply. Now we do have a huge spaces between them, just for the purpose of this video. Okay, so going back again is baluster placement. Offset is the same, offset from the previous one. For this is the same things, but like just again, this is for the start and corner and end, and this is the inner elements. For this break pattern add is just related to this corner things, okay, and when like the spaces between, as you see, the spaces between this one and this one is not like as the others, so this is the only point behind it. So when we have like a stairs or something, that may affect it. And if we want this, for example, this element to be the same, we could even play around and change this. So instead of each segment, maybe I could put it as angle greater than, and then play around with the angle. Or I could say just never, and then apply it and say apply, okay. So we can see this will deactivate it, let's say. Okay, so this when having actually related to balusters on stairs. So when having again a stairs, let's go to level 1, delete this one, or before deleting it, let's just go to stairs and say okay, like this, and go back. Actually, there is something wrong happened in here because of the things we did. So let's just go back and then just change it back again, delete this one, yes, and apply, and change this back again to 04, and that's 0, and say apply, okay, apply, okay. As we see here, when clicking on this and then edit type and then edit, we can see use baluster per thread on stairs. Now we do have two balusters on each one, or 3 now. Let's just click on this use, and the number is 2, and say apply. Say okay, apply, okay. Now we do have 2 balusters on each step. For example, I want to have 4. I could do the same, like click on 4. For some reason I want 4. Now we do have this. So this is related to stairs actually. This only this section, like you can see like a little rectangle around it, and this will of course tell Revit the family. For example, instead of this, of course I'm not going to use a glass, just for maybe this, and say apply, okay, apply, okay. It became a bit thicker. So this was about actually the balusters and rails. Going back to this railing, okay, and again back, we do have something called top rail, okay, a section related to top rail. So when I click tab, I can directly only select, or before selecting even, while clicking tab, directly Revit will tell me top rail type rectangle 2x2. So if I unpin it, I will be able even to change the type of this top rail. or Control Z and then change it from here. Or even just say, I don't want a top rail. You will like, of course, delete element because this is related to top rail. Actually, why this happened, let's just say cancel Control Z. This is related, I believe, these balusters are related to top rail, as you see. When I just say I want to delete the top rail, directly Revit said, like, we don't have a place to be attached to, so that's why he will like delete it. So this is the top rail. Of course, we do have many families for it. What else? The height of it, of course, directly change it to 5. We can change it or change the family we want to be. When I click this one, directly Revit open a new window that's only related to top rail, and we do have some things that are really important to consider. That's like transitions. We do have a Gosneg and a simple one. This one is when, and could be, I mean, shown when we have a stair. Okay, let's just Control C or CC for this one, and then click on this stairs and say okay, go back. Delete this and delete this, and then for this just click on 2 to be able to see that change. Okay, so this transition actually is related to this part. How I want, even to be even more clear, let me just make it as a U-shaped stair. For example, this. Okay, as you see here, the transition between this level and this and that one is, let me just go to top rail, and instead of Gosneg I will just say simple one. Apply, say okay, okay, apply, okay. Let me go back and change it to Gosneg transition. See the difference? As a simple one and say okay, or none. There is no transition, which is not correct. Or I will just say none, and that will take me into another point, which is selecting this and say edit stair or edit edit what? Edit rail, and then edit path, and then draw a line, and then start sketching in here. Edit rail joint. Start sketching. It's a bit tricky to highlight this. Come on. Like, see when I'm drawing? Like going like this, and then go down or something, and say okay. And say okay. See? We draw this little piece, which is incorrect, but like just for the purpose of explaining the thing. See, I draw a stupid one. Let me go Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So this is the idea actually of editing, or even could be more clear when I'm having like edit, and then edit path, and then edit one, and then from this point just go like this, and then draw a straight one like this, and then go down, for example, and say okay. So that's how we could edit even this top rail. Let me go back again to the main point. One of the main what I wanted to talk about is the handrail. Go maybe back to this example, and then Control C, or to that one. I believe gonna be more clear. just to draw a railing, and then for this railing, what I'm gonna do is go back to edit type, and we do have something called handrail. For the handrail, I will just click on these three dots and select a profile at the beginning. I want it to be the extension to be as wall extension, and then this is the profile Revit gonna use. This is the height of it, and this is the hand clearance. Okay, before explaining this, let's see what will happen. The length of it, let's say 1, and only extension. Okay, let's make it first yes, and okay. Nothing happened. Why? Because there is something we didn't check it, which is the position. In here, I want it to be, for example, on right. Okay, say okay. Now we do have this. This is, I believe it's 5, the height of it, and then the 100 is 3, as we explained, as we just entered as 3, and also we could put it as left and right, and then this will make it as circular or just all around as a loop. And also we could add another one, handrail 2, and also we could put the hand clearance. Before the hand clearance, let's just talk about the support, which is uh, this. If I click this one, go just a little down, we do have supports. Let's just put it as metal 1, and then align with both. I will just put it, no, I want a fixed number, and like I want only 5, and then say okay, and say apply. Okay, apply. Now we can see these elements, this support that will just support this handrail. But if I want this space to be bigger, let me just put a little section in here. Okay, and then open it. Now we do have this space. If I want this, let me just click and then go down, handrail 1, and for the support, or before the support, the hand clearance, let me just put it 1. Be crazy and put it 1. Okay, now we do have this kind of thing. Okay, what if I only want this? What I only want, like, let's say I do have a wall. Okay, and then I will have a railing next to it. Like, let me just put it here for now. Say okay. And then for this, I just want it to be on one side. For example, instead of left and right, I want it to be left. Say okay, or right. Apply. And okay. But I don't want to see any baluster or something. So I will just uncheck this one and say okay. And say okay. And say okay. And I want the hand clearance to be like 6 feet. Apply. Okay. 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 And then align it from here. Let me see. Are we able to? We should be able to select the surface. Align. If not, let's just go to level 1, and from here, just like this. What happened now is we can see something like we do have a free end from here, but this end is okay. Why? Because if I open here and then open this handrail, we do have the extension beginning and bottom is wall. We just need the end and top. Again, I want it to be floor wall. Extension is 1 also. Apply. Okay, we can see now a good end. What if I like do have a wall in here, but we do have a floor also, a floor in this place, and then align it, for example, with this, just for the example. Okay, yeah. Just ignore the little thing. Okay. I want this end to be as a floor end, not a wall end. I could just change the end to floor. Now I can see what happened in here. So, what else I wanted to talk about is we talked about this one, we talked about the transition. There is something about it which is I believe when having a handrail, if I select the handrail and click edit, we do have something called the default join. The join, this corner, we do have meter and we do have, I believe, fillet. Yes, when having a fillet, we could add a radius. If I add it 1 and say OK and say apply, uh, something wrong? No, it's not wrong. That's what happened, I believe, when having it. Let me just do it for the new one. Let me just use this pipe and then draw a railing. And then draw another just piece in here. And now for this, just click on fillet and 1. Apply. OK. Apply. Now we do have a fillet in this handrail. What else we want to talk about? Of course, the material. We can assign a material to it. For this, the beginning and end, we could just let's use this rectangular one and say OK and say OK. And what will happen is just see this end. This is the, and of course, all of these are just families that could be added to Revit if I don't want this to appear. If I just click on none and I click on none, apply, okay, it's removed. Fixed number, these are the number of 5. These are the numbers of supports. And if, for example, if I do have this support and I don't want it to be like flying, I want it to be, for example, on a wall or something, I could unpin it and then just move it, either like MV for move, just move it like this, or using the arrow keys. Anyway, so this was about like the handrail. We do have I want to talk about like landing height adjustment, which is when having a stair. Let's open a new project. And then when having stairs, and then like this, okay, for some reason or in some cases we would like to have a higher landing height. I mean, I'm talking about the railing. So if I select it and then say adjust landing height, I could just put 1, say OK, or I could put 2 again and say OK. And now we could even play around with the transitions. I don't want this transition to be, I want the transition to be simple. Apply, OK. So this was about adjusting the landing height. And I believe that's it. This is enough for now. I mean, not to take even longer video. I believe I draw something, or I wanted to explain. Yes, about this, when having actually a wall, when having a wall, for example. And for example, we do have this wall, we do have a specific shape, not that much. Example this, like this, and say okay. Uh, if I click on here and then click CS for create similar, and click pick a new host, and then click on this wall, and then click on this edit this line, and just put one line and say okay. What I can notice is this railing is taking the same shape as my wall, which is cool. What else? Um, Properties panel preview. The preview, if when drawing a railing, we could just preview it like this. First one, the first piece, before clicking OK. Hand clearance, rail transition, and edit top rail profile. We could edit, of course, I talked about this one. Landing height adjustment. I believe these are the important points for now, which is quite enough for us to know them. When we want to create a new family for the post or for the post, I mean, or sorry for yeah for the post or the balusters, we could just go to file and then new family, and then from the imperial one we have the English one. Just these first three. We usually use balusters, the post baluster post. And yeah, that's it. If you guys have any question, for sure, I would like to know more. If that's what, if this video was helpful or what. Thank you.